Hey guys, Crypto Dad here again, and welcome to my crypto news update for Monday morning. I'm going to talk about some of the breaking news in the crypto world this Monday morning, March 6th. Thank you all for being here. Let's go ahead and start this thing off. All right, so welcome everybody here. It's Monday morning, and a lot of news breaks on Monday morning, and I thought I would do a short little segment on just going over some of the major news stories that are breaking in the crypto world. I get these ideas from CoinGecko. They have a newsletter that you can sign up for where a lot of these stories are already kind of in a digest format. But I took a little deep dive into the stories and poked around a little for a little more in-depth coverage of some of these stories. So I thought I would just put this out there. I know there's a lot of subscribers that listen to me on Saturday night when I do my news and troubleshooting. But I know there's a lot of other subscribers that's not convenient for them. So I thought I would try a morning newscast and see how that went. And interestingly enough, I was going to try to put this in another format. What do they call those things? Podcasts, where people can listen. And curiously enough, W says he's listening in his car. So I hope he's not watching the video while he's driving. So those of you out there that are listening in podcast format, welcome. I'm going to try to keep this as audio as possible, but I'm also going to poke around at some examples too. So why don't we go ahead and jump into the news here. Let's go over here. Let me just quickly thank those that are here. It's W and Celtic Fan. So it's good to have you guys here live, and welcome to all of you who are watching after the fact. It's fresh news, but you can watch it whenever, right? So our first story is about Bybit, the exchange based in Dubai. They've halted U.S. dollar bank transfers, citing partner outages. Dubai-based Bybit is the latest crypto exchange to suspend U.S. dollar wire transfers, claiming partner disruptions. Suspended U.S. dollar deposits via bank transfers in response to service outages from a partner. Funds can be withdrawn through wire transfers until March 10. In a blog post, they said that U.S. deposits via wire transfer, SWIFT, and wire transfer for U.S. banks are no longer available. Alternately, users can continue to make U.S. dollar deposits via ADV Cash, Advanced Cash, ADV Cash, with a credit card. Notice of suspension of U.S. dollar payments via bank transfer. So there's a lot of crypto exchanges that are trying to avoid regulatory entanglements, and a lot of banks that normally facilitate this kind of thing that are getting cold feet and kind of pulling their support out from these exchanges. You have to keep in mind that as a savvy crypto user, if you want to use an exchange such as Bybit, you don't have to deposit cash through a bank. You can simply buy your crypto somewhere like Coinbase or Binance US or Gemini or Kraken, and then transfer your crypto, whether it's Bitcoin or Tether or Ethereum, onto these exchanges to do your trades. So it's not a deal breaker for a crypto exchange to suspend payments of US dollar from a US based bank. They're basically just trying to protect themselves from US regulations, which tend to be ratcheting up lately. So, but this is an interesting story. Bybit is a pretty big exchange. So we'll see where this goes. The article talks about some of the other bankruptcies that are occurring in the space right? And if you go over to the description or down to the description in your video, you will see these big stories that I'm covering and links so that you can read them at your leisure. Right. Now, the next story is about the Tornado Cash developers or people that are associated with Tornado Cash have come out with a new mixer. And Tornado Cash contributor builds new privacy tool and hopes it won't trigger the feds. Amin Soleimani, an early contributor to Tornado, has created a fork that aims to be a better version of the blacklisted Ethereum coin mixer. U.S. authorities last year controversially banned citizens from using the coin mixer Tornado Cash, but Ethereum developers have been working hard on a solution they hope feds will stay away from, called privacy pools. A demo to be released tomorrow on the new coin mixing app lets people send and receive Ethereum, the second biggest cryptocurrency, anonymously. Though this time round, there's a feature that proves the user is not a North Korean bad actor or some other type of criminal. The U.S. Treasury Department sanctioned Tornado Cash in August because they said criminals, mainly North Korean state-sponsored hackers, Lazarus Group, were using it to launder dirty cash. The Treasury Department's move, which essentially banned Americans from interacting with the app, was criticized not only by many in the crypto world, but also politicians like Rep. Tom Emmer, stating privacy is normal at the time. Right? Tornado Cash's lead developer was also arrested by Dutch police and is still being held pending an April hearing. Now, privacy pools, which is currently just a demo and has not been audited, aims to pick up where Tornado Cash left off, but in a way that regulators and law enforcement will leave alone. It's not meant to be a final replacement product. Let me see if I can get to the meat of this here. Users can still make anonymous transactions, but there is still the option to make it clear that the money being moved is not from something criminal like a hack. The new app works just like Tornado Cash, but when the users click the option to withdraw funds, they can generate a zero-knowledge proof which publicly shows that they are not using a criminal blockchain address, but without revealing who they are. Interesting. Zero-knowledge proofs are used in cryptography to prove that something is known without revealing the known information directly, right? One of the reasons the feds sanctioned the app last year was because hackers used Tornado Cash. I'm going to go over here and pop out the chat here real quick, just so I can keep an eye on what's going on, making sure everything's good. Now, I was a little curious about this Tornado Cash, or I'm sorry, this privacy pools. So I poked around on the internet and I found the site. Let's see if I can find it here. There's a couple of stories about it. That's ordinal theory. Yeah, so this is it. This is privacy pools. And you're basically setting up an Ethereum wallet, which you can use to wash or mix your Ethereum. Basically, what you do is you'll deposit Ethereum into this mixer, and then you can withdraw it out, and it's basically been cleaned of its transaction history, right? So you have made that Ethereum private now, and you'll basically put it into a different wallet that is not tied to the original transaction history of your original wallet. That's kind of what a Bitcoin mixer is, if you're familiar with that. I don't know how many Bitcoin mixers are still out there. So this is the website. I've left a link to this down in the description below. I also played around with it just a tad. The documentation leads you to their GitHub site. Let me go ahead and paste that into the video here under links. A lot of some of these links that I'm including down here, I don't have headers for, but you can hear me talking about the story, so you can refer down to them. So here it is. I set it up. Basically, I connected my Ethereum wallet to it through MetaMask. But the interesting thing is that when I set it up, it automatically created a brand new network on the in MetaMask called Optimism Gorley, and I've never used that before. It says that the base crypto is Ethereum, but I'm a little leery of trying to transfer any Ethereum into this wallet, as it's not really functional yet. So I haven't played around with it much, but I wanted to give you kind of the look and feel of what this is going to look like. Now, I connected my ledger-based wallet via MetaMask. And then there's also this other wallet they call the Note wallet, which when you first land on this site, you're directed to create this wallet. And this is a standalone wallet. I'm not sure if this is the destination wallet of the mixer. How it's actually going to work, I'm not sure. This is not fully functional, but you can get some idea of how this works just by looking at this page. It's like a DeFi site, sort of. Connected my wallet using MetaMask, and then this Note wallet is sort of separate. You would make some sort of Ethereum deposit, looks like into this wallet, right? Like I said, it's not fully functional yet. Yeah, I'm not sure which wallet, because the wallet that's committed, the commitment wallet up here is my Note wallet, but I don't see a way to connect to my Ethereum-based wallet or my MetaMask-based wallet, which is running on this odd protocol I've never heard of before. So played around with it as much as I could. This is kind of what it looks like. Kind of get a look and feel for how it works, right? Got an empty Ethereum wallet here that's connected to this website, right? And, you know, my wallet is protected by my Ledger device. I always like to get a Ledger protected wallet whenever I can. So we'll see. I'll play around with this more. I just kind of looked at it in the morning and just waking up and like, oh, what is this thing? And did my best to sort of play around with it. All right, the next story that we'll cover is the PancakeSwap is coming out with version 3 in early April. PancakeSwap is the largest decentralized exchange on the Binance Smart Chain. Been around since 2020. And I was actually contacted by them to do a tutorial video, which they're going to be giving me some more information. So look forward to that when PancakeSwap version 3 finally debuts. I'll shoot out a tutorial video on using it. It looks like they're going to improve their liquidity provisioning and offer more competitive fees. They're also offering airdrops for people, early adopters of the new version of PancakeSwap. And basically, you'll be eligible for an airdrop of a Cake token if you provide liquidity. I don't know what the requirements for the liquidity are, if it's a certain amount, or if it's a graded scale, and depending on how much liquidity you provide, will determine the amount of Cake tokens that you receive as an airdrop. But Cake tokens are no slouch. Cake token is number 71 by market cap. And as I mentioned, PancakeSwap is an established DEX. It's been around for a while now, and it's the biggest on the Binance Smart Chain. I think number 4 in as far as all DEXs go, right? I think Uniswap being the first one. So look for that. They're also talking about an NFT included with this cake airdrop, but it's an NFT that you won't be able to sell. So just kind of, I don't know what it's good for. Yeah, it's just kind of a commemorative NFT, I suppose. But kind of cool. PancakeSwap has always been kind of a cool, funky DEX. Made a lot of money on PancakeSwap in the past. So looking forward to seeing how PancakeSwap version 3 is going to play out next month. All right. And the next story is about Bitcoin Ordinals, another rabbit hole of information that I dove into this morning and quickly became overwhelmed with Bitcoin Ordinals. But Yuga Labs, the famous company behind the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs on the Ethereum chain, is doing an auction for Bitcoin Ordinals, which are a type of NFT that you can store on the Bitcoin blockchain. So this is pretty cool. And I thought that the auction was supposed to be on Sunday, but according to this article, it's today. So I'm a little confused. March 5th, yeah, I guess it was yesterday. Yuga opened bids for its 12-fold collection, which will see 300 NFT-like images inscribed on Satoshis using the Bitcoin native Ordinals protocol. Basically, you're inscribing your NFTs on the Bitcoin blockchain on specific Satoshis. Little complicated. And as I did my research about Bitcoin Ordinals, the first thing that I uncovered was that you have to download Bitcoin Core in order to, and then sync up to the blockchain, and then download the Ordinals wallet in order to inscribe an NFT on a Satoshi. But it has become a little easier than that. Bitcoin Core is a full node Bitcoin wallet, which if you have to download it, it takes up a lot of resources. It takes up a lot of space on your hard drive, takes up a lot of bandwidth on your internet connection, and it is, technically challenging to download and install Bitcoin Core and sync it up to the blockchain, right? So there are some companies that are filling that gap. I've sort of gotten away from this story a bit, but let me just fill you in on that. I think I've got some stories that I linked down below here. Let's take a look. What are Bitcoin Ordinals? Beginner's Guide to Bitcoin NFTs. I linked that story. And let's see, I think there were some other ones here. How to inscribe ordinal NFTs in 5 easy steps. And let me link that story down here so you guys can check it out. But basically, this tutorial is more, come on, go away there. This story is more of a tutorial on using Xverse, which is kind of a wallet that you can use to make it easier to mint Bitcoin Ordinals on the Bitcoin blockchain. There's a YouTube video embedded in this article that you can check out. You'll download the Xverse wallet, and then after you've downloaded the wallet, you'll inscribe your NFT. And you're going to have to connect to a service, and you'll actually have to transfer some Bitcoin to pay your fees and the service charges for using this service. So it's still fairly complicated to do this. And all of this is possible because of Bitcoin Taproot, which debuted in late 2021. So it's pretty cool. So you can learn more about exactly how to do this. Like I said, it was a rabbit hole that I fell down in this morning, to try to give you a little insight, because I always get bugged when news stories talk about something and they don't link me to the original site or explain how it's done. They talk about thousands of people, creating Bitcoin NFTs, but they don't link to the site. So anyway, This is kind of the couple of stories that I linked down below are about the best you can get as far as how this works, right? But let me continue on with the news story. There's a lot of criticism of Yuga Labs over how they're conducting this auction. Basically, what they're doing is people are going to have to transfer Bitcoin directly into a Yuga Labs wallet for the auction, and the highest bid will win the NFT. There's several or 288 NFTs, I guess, and then anyone that does not win the bid will have their Bitcoin refunded. So it's a very kind of a shaky way to do this. OW wants to know about the 25th word on a ledger. The 25th word is kind of another term for passphrase. You can do that on a ledger. I did a video on how you can do that. Let me just quickly give you that real quick. Passphrase. Yeah, so how to protect your Bitcoin using a Ledger Nano secret passphrase. I'll paste that in over there with a little link to the video. But a passphrase is a way of adding a 25th word to your Ledger-based Bitcoin wallet. In other words, in order to access that wallet, you'll have to enter your passphrase into the Ledger device in order to, access that configuration. You have to be careful when you do stuff like that, because if you lose your passphrase, you will not be able to access any of the crypto you have stored in that wallet, even if you do a restore, because the restore is 24 words, right? So in order to access the configuration, you need the 24 words to generate your configuration, either restore or initialized, however you've done your wallet, and then that passphrase adds a 25th word to the recovery phrase. And like I said, once you've entered the passphrase, you've entered a new configuration of your wallet, and then you can create wallets, transfer into those wallets, manage those balances, and then you can create those in Ledger Live and see them in Ledger Live. But once you unplug your Ledger and reconnect and re-enter your PIN, you won't have access to those accounts until you've entered that passphrase. So you have to be really careful. It's tricky, it's technically challenging, but that is the way to add a 25th word to a Ledger passphrase. Let's go ahead and finish up that last story. Yuga Labs is asking people to send crypto directly into their wallets. And then if they don't win the bidding, they will refund them. So here is a tweet about it. So the way Yuga's auction will work tomorrow is everyone sends Bitcoin to one wallet, and if they lose the bid, they promise to manually pay it back, likely tens of millions of dollars. We're still in the Stone Age. The user behind an Ordinals-focused Twitter account, Ordinally, called the auction model a scammer's dream, adding that while they doubt Yuga would keep the BTC from failed bids, the way it carries out the auction is really bad precedence, right? So, of course, we trust Yuga Labs. We know they're going to send the Bitcoin back if you don't win the bid. But Yuga is establishing a really bad precedence running an auction like this. They are taking custody of bidders' Bitcoin with a promise to send back unsuccessful bids. Not doubting that they'll do that, but this model is a scammer's dream, and credible players need to set a better example. So yeah, Yuga Labs, we can trust them, but now that Yuga Labs has established this precedent for Bitcoin ordinal auctions, what's to stop, the next unscrupulous NFT or ordinal NFT group to sponsor their own auction, right? yeah, this is the way we do Bitcoin auctions. You send all your Bitcoin to us, and then if you don't win the bid, we'll send your Bitcoin back, right? Yuga Labs did it that way, right? So you can trust us too. So we don't want to establish a precedent of a way. This is the way that we establish Bitcoin ordinal auctions, right? Not a good precedent at all. Some others were a little more colorful in their language. You know, GF, get effed, Yuga Labs. This is not a good way to conduct an auction, right? Yuga Labs is going to make a lot of money with 12-fold. Ha ha, right? 288 inscriptions will be auctioned. 12 inscriptions will be reserved for contributors, future donations, and philanthropic efforts. The highest 288 successful winning bids will have a 12-fold inscription sent to the receiving address after the conclusion of the auction. If your bid is one of the top 288 successful bids, your bid amount is the price you paid for the 12-fold piece. 12-fold piece, right? Now, even though this is a bad precedent, Ordinally did give them credit for actually going out on a limb and doing this. Maybe they could improve the process, but it is giving more they're backing it up with their reputation that Bitcoin ordinals have arrived. They're here to stay. They are a thing, right? Yuga Labs, one of the most famous of NFT groups, is getting into Bitcoin ordinals and doing an auction, and they're probably going to be worth something because of the name behind them, right? So Ordinally tweeted, to give credit where credit is due, I really appreciate the fact Yuga took the effort to attempt and go a Bitcoin route when setting up this auction. Somewhat irrationally, it pains me even more to see a Bitcoin approach setting bad precedent than an ETH-based approach, right? Ordinals-based collection, Ordinal Pizza OG, expressed excitement at Yuga's BTC collection and called it a massive net positive for Ordinals. Ordinals just came out. I linked those couple of articles down there. Ordinals are so new. They came out in February last month, and they were extremely difficult. As I mentioned, you had to download the Bitcoin Core wallet to do it, and there's already services and ordinal-based wallets that are jumping in and sort of giving you a way to do this without having to go through all the motions yourself, right? There's already second layer services that are coming up that allow you to create ordinals without having to download the entire Bitcoin Core wallet and blockchain. Transfer services back and forth on the blockchain, and wallets that allow you to connect to these services and buy and sell ordinals and create your own ordinals, right? So it's a very interesting space that we're in right now. So that's it, guys. That's the news. It took me about half an hour to get through all that. I'm going to look at a couple of questions and comments and try to keep it short and sweet today and put this in a podcast format. So hopefully people out there that are jogging on the treadmill or driving like W will be able to check out these news stories at their leisure. So great info as always. Thank you. Peter Imbris, morning crypto pops. I have an issue trying to get my Crowdy transferred, sent from my MetaMask wallet to my Soulflare wallet. I realized a few months ago that my Crowdy did not have a dollar value on my MetaMask wallet. Researched why and found out Crowdy migrated to the Solana ecosystem. I don't really know that much about Crowdy, but there are a lot of when you're using the MetaMask wallet, you don't always see a dollar value on your assets. That doesn't mean they're not there. And that doesn't mean that the Crowdy that you bought is now worthless. That's a common misconception that people have in Ledger Live. Ledger Live doesn't support every ERC20 token. And some ERC tokens don't show up at all in your Ledger Live Ethereum wallet. Some assets show up but have no value attached to them. This does not mean that they're worthless. It just means that Ledger Live doesn't have the pricing APIs established for that particular token to give you a current price or value of those holdings. So MetaMask wallet, there are a lot of tokens that can show up in your MetaMask wallet that have there's a balance, the name of the token and the amount that you hold, but not a dollar value. This does not mean it's worthless. It just means that they don't have, it's not connected to pricing APIs. Now, if they did migrate over to the Solana chain, you can convert those tokens, but a lot of time, whatever version or format that you have your tokens in is still tradable on certain exchanges. So it doesn't mean that, oh my God, my tokens are now worthless and that I have to transfer them over to Solana or, I'm broke. So let's take a quick look at that. Drove home safe. That's good. Now streaming on the couch from the TV. So what are we doing here? Crowdy? I hope this is not some scam token. Oh, come on now. Okay, here we go. I don't see Crowdy. I see Crowd. Is that what you're talking about? Crowd? I see Crowd. I don't see Crowdy. Crowdy price. Oh, okay. Now it's over here on Coin Market Cap. Market data is untracked. This is featuring an untracked listing for more details. This isn't even like, yeah, this is a little, so yeah, we can link over to Crowdify, look at their website. Yeah, it's not really an established crypto. It's not something that I know much about, so I'm not going to try and figure it out right here live. But like I said, if you have some in your MetaMask wallet and it's not showing you a price, that doesn't mean that it's worthless. It just means they can't get a price for you. And if there's some kind of bridge or transformation that you need to do to get it over onto Solana, then you probably want to poke around on their website. But I don't know it off the top of my head, especially for something like this that's pretty new, right? Is HPAC wallet with Ledger connected okay long term? Hashpack? HPAC? HPAC. You're not talking about Hedra Hashgraph, are you? Oh, okay. Let's see. HPAC crypto. I'm not sure what HPAC is. HPAC wallet. Okay, let's see. Hashpack wallet. Okay. Oh, so that looks like Hedra Hashpack. Thanks. Hedra Hashpack is their native wallet, but you can store, and probably more functional than Ledger Live, but you can store Hedra Hashgraph in Ledger Live. They do support it now, although they probably don't support staking or Hashpack NFTs, right? The Hashpack wallet would be something, okay, I think I did this before. Let me see. Let me look in my... yes, I did. Let's see if we can get into this. Or can I? It's not. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to this. I thought that I had set this thing up, but it's not taking my password, so I'm not sure. Let me just check to make sure caps is off. Okay. Let's try it again. Sign into Hashpack. Okay. No, it's not letting me do this. I don't know what happened. It's like... anyway, sorry I can't get into this wallet right now. I could have, I'm typing the password that I always use for these local wallets of mine, but it's not taking it. So I'm not sure what's going on. Let me quickly go over to my password manager. Perhaps I have it somewhere. Oh, there it is, Hashpack. Okay. Let's try that. Let's see what happens here. Ah, there it goes. All right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I was able to create this Hashpack wallet and connect my Ledger device. I've already gone through all the initial steps, so I can't really demo that for you. But as you can see, it's connected to account that I have. I'm managing the private key with my Ledger device. And if we go into Ledger Live, you can see that I have that account in my Ledger Live as well. But the Ledger Live support for this basically is just, a deposit, right? There's no staking, there's no NFT, Hedra NFTs, anything like that. The Hashpack wallet is much more versatile, right? You can, Ledger accounts do not support NFT yets, with the S, yets. So I guess if you wanted to manage Hedra NFTs, you would have to create a standalone wallet in Hashpack. I think you could like add another wallet. When you add a wallet, it's going to give you a seed phrase, and then you'll have it's more flexible. But I like to always use ledger-based wallets when I can. That way, I always know where my assets are. Yeah. So, kind of cool. But like, the NFTs aren't supported with a ledger-based wallet yet. So we'll have to be patient on that. But I believe you can, oh no, Ledger devices don't support staking either. So yeah, I think you would have to create like a standalone wallet if you want to stake and do NFTs and that kind of stuff. But it's not rocket science. I'm not sure where it's right here. We're on the Hashpacks. All right, I'll put a link to this down in the description also for those of you who are interested. All right, so I just want to thank everybody. Exodus Hot Wallet. I haven't used Exodus in a long time. I always thought it was kind of a cool graphic interface for a wallet. I wasn't that crazy about the way it was backed up. It was sort of a multi-key wallet, and then they kind of stored one of the keys. Now, because they have a piece of the key stored on their servers, does not give them access to your wallet, but it does mean that if you screw up your wallet and you need to do a restore, you need their piece in order to restore your wallet along with whatever you've got, your password or your backup phrase or whatever. So it's sort of a idiot-proof way of backing up a wallet, but also a centralized way. So in other words, you're depending on them for your backup. So they don't have access to your wallet, but they do manage the backup. Now, they may not do this anymore. This was several years ago. And a lot of people like Exodus. It supports a lot of cryptos. It supports a lot of crypto staking for assets that you have stored in your Exodus wallet. It is a standalone wallet that you can download and install in your browser, on your phone, or as a standalone desktop app. So it's pretty cool. Looks like it's compatible with Trezor. I believe they're also compatible with Ledger too. Haven't used Exodus in a while. I should probably do a video on it. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to sign out. I want to try to keep this short and sweet so that people that stumble on this news live won't be daunted by a 2-hour video. I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your questions. And be sure and tune in for my Saturday night live stream, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we do an in-depth coverage of the news and then go into a even more in-depth crypto tutorial and troubleshooting and answering of questions. Once again, thank everyone for being here today. And this isn't working yet. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.